Hello, my name is Malavika Kodiyath from the School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Here with me is Manika Raikawar, the Managing Editor of NDTV 24/7. Hello, Manika. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I have a lot of questions in mind, but then I've jotted down to quite few. My first one would be, back in the day when you started as a journalist, how different was it from what we should be doing now to be a journalist?
I think it was an easier pace. There was lots of time. You had there was no 24-hour news. There used to be one half-an-hour news bulletin, at the end of the day. So you had an entire day, sometimes a whole week to plan. I think journalism now is more 24/7. It's more instant, and it's much faster. The pace is kind of increased tenfold. So I think the journalists of today have to adapt themselves to getting the news first, but the fact right. And I think it's really the difference is in the pace of the news.
What was your inspiration to go into this track?
Honestly, I just, again, when we started off, journalism was something very new, and television journalism was at an extremely nascent stage. Nobody really knew what television journalism was all about. So I think for me, it was something different, it was something exciting, it was something new, and that's why I got into it.
NDTV, being one of the first private news networks in our country, I think it has brought out a very distinctive way of journalism. And how distinctive it is today?
I think today it stands out for, honestly, just doing the job that news organizations should. I think NDTV still stands for telling stories, giving both points of view, asking the questions that need to be asked, and it stands for true journalism. Like our motto says, it's truth, credibility, and experience. We stand for all of that.
Great. Under your belt, you have the Gujarat earthquake report that you covered, and you brought in so much success for yourself with that story. Would you render us 2 tips on how you went about doing that?
That was really a spur-of-the-moment thing. We were there covering the Gujarat earthquake, and many stories obviously related to it. And we just happened to be with a family that had about 5 minutes to take what it could. And I just wanted to tell a story of that if you just had 5 minutes to take what you could from your house, what would those 5 minutes look like? So if you've seen the story, the father goes and takes the money and the jewelry and everything. So it's financial security for him. The mother takes the photographs because it's emotional for her. And that's what we wanted to capture.
You wanted to have a very miscellaneous collection, and that's how I think you brought a human touch to the story, where you wanted to connect in every possible section of how our lives could relate to one particular tragedy.
Yes, and again, it was a story that was of one family, but everybody who perhaps was affected by the Gujarat earthquake or any tragedy similar could relate to it. And again, that was a story that had no edit points. We shot it at one go because there was no time. We went up, it was about 5 to 7 minutes of shooting. We shot it and we aired it. So that was the other distinct aspect of it.
We would like to know, what are the kind of qualities you're looking in the journalists that are going to be in the market very soon? Like us.
Language skills for the desk. For on-air, I want language and speaking skills. A person has to be articulate, hard worker. And an ability to go out there to question and get the story.
Thank you so much, Manika. This is definitely going to help us. Thank you.